Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here. Now before I get started with this particular video, I wanted to tell you guys that this video is going to be a direct response video to Agent of Doubt's What is Wrong with YouTube. Now I wasn't specifically tagged by anybody, but I felt compelled to participate in this discussion because it's something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time now. Now, the particular video that I'm making on the subject isn't going to be 2 minutes long. It's going to be much longer than that because I have this extreme obsession with detail. And there was a couple of things that I basically wanted to share with you guys. So by the end of this video, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below because I would really be interested on seeing what you guys have to say about what is wrong with YouTube. The first thing that I wanted to talk about is this whole obsession with being a celebrity. Now, I have to agree first and foremost that there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a celebrity. There's nothing wrong with wanting the exposure, if you will. However, once an individual reaches that celebrity status, if you will, they basically tend to forget where they come from. I have seen several examples here on YouTube where individuals try to contact these big YouTubers, and these YouTubers really don't have any kind of a conversation with their fans or their followers. And it's something that has always bugged me because these individuals are so fixated on becoming a celebrity, if you will, that they really don't have any conversations with people who have basically helped them build their channel, basically. And it's something that, again, I have always had a problem with because I think that communication is extremely important, especially when it comes to individuals that have played a significant role in building your channel. You want to continue that communication. You want to continue that communication that really helps the both of you. But I think a lot of people, in regards to the size of their channels, tend to lose sight of that. And I think, again, that that is an extreme problem in YouTube today. And it's something that, would need to be fixed in order to continue to have a relationship with the people that have basically helped you build your channel. Now, when I upload a video to YouTube, for example, I can pretty much expect that there are going to be a lot of people who are going to comment in the comment section and basically leave their thoughts. Now, I'm going to obviously try my best to communicate with everybody because that's what I enjoy doing. It doesn't matter if an individual leaves a message for me on my YouTube channel. It doesn't matter if an individual leaves a comment on my YouTube channel. It doesn't matter if an individual, again, leaves a comment in the comment section. Again, I'm going to do my best to communicate with all of these individuals. Now, let's say my channel has 200,000 subscribers, if you will. You know, that's a very large number of subscribers. However, the situation doesn't change for me. I'm going to do my best to communicate with all of those individuals as much as possible, if I can possibly do it. And if not, I would make videos acknowledging them, because that's the way that I am. And again, I think that communication is extremely important. And with these bigger YouTube channels, a lot of that communication is absent. And again, that is a big problem. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is shoutouts. Basically, I don't see enough of those on YouTube. And it's something that I am guilty of as well. There are times when I am so obsessed with sharing articles with you guys, like now, that I tend to forget about making shout out videos. And it's something that I am working on. Now, personally, for me, when it comes to shout out videos, I think that it's pretty safe to say that this can be a positive movement in the right direction because it offers a lot of smaller channels to grow an audience. And it's something that I think would be beneficial for a lot of people. A lot of these smaller channels will get more exposure. A lot of those people owning those channels will have the opportunity to share their opinions, share their thoughts, etc., etc. and it would also boost their morale, if you will. And I think that is something that could be positive. Another thing that I wanted to talk about in this segment of the video is the fact that I noticed a lot of people out there in YouTube basically who are fake. You know, the moment that they get behind a camera, they put on this mask, if you will, like if they were somebody else completely. And I think that it's pretty safe to say that this can be a big problem. You know, you got a lot of people out there who appeal to money, who appeal to, a large amount of subscribers, who appeal to a celebrity status, if you will, by putting on a fake mask or being someone else that's completely fake. And I think that is a big problem. Take me, for example. I'm real with you guys. I don't pretend I'm somebody else in any way, shape, or form. You know, when you guys see a video of me, you can pretty much tell if I'm happy, sad, or angry, something like that. You know, I don't hide anything from you guys. I don't pretend that I'm something else. I don't hide my emotions. If I'm angry, you guys would be able to tell in a heartbeat. And that's the way that I am. I think that a lot of these people don't have any familiarity with genuine, and it's a big problem. A lot of people out there display this dishonesty pretty much all of the time, and it's something that I think is very negative, because the subscribers will have no clue of how this individual really is, and that can be a big problem, because the moment these individuals turn off that camera and upload that video, there's someone else entirely, you know. And to me, that's an individual who lies to their subscribers. And myself, I cannot support that. I believe that people should be truthful with their subscribers, if they want to connect with them, if they want to actually connect with them. The next issue that I want to talk about in this section of the video is the fact that there are a lot of people here on YouTube who seem to be obsessed with making a lot of money. I think that this is negative because a lot of people, I think, really lose the real passion for making videos for their subscribers, especially when money comes into the picture. There's a lot of people out there who make a lot of money with Patreon, for example. I have seen examples of this where individuals would make thousands of dollars per video, you know, and I think that a lot of this really takes away the passion from making videos, because the passion turns from, having a passion to make videos to having a passion to make money, you know. And, this is one of those things that I'm concerned about, basically, because a lot of issues that I have with it is, content, the actual dedication to make videos. And I realize that there are a lot of people out there that have a dedication to making their videos, and their content is wonderfully made, and they have big Patreon accounts, and I really appreciate that. But there are a lot of individuals out there who basically are going to lose the passion to make a video. Instead, they're going to have the passion to make money. And I think that a lot of the quality of videos will be affected by that. And there's another issue that I wanted to bring up with that. You got a lot of other individuals out there who are going to obviously see these individuals, making a lot of money, and they're going to basically be wanting to do the same thing. However, in many ways, it's going to be impossible for them because their channels are a lot smaller. They have less subscribers, and it's going to be a problem for them, and they're going to end up being ultimately disappointed, you know. And that's another big issue that I had with this situation because, again, it's going to turn into this obsession for money. And I have to admit, when it comes to my channel, sure, I have my channel monetized. I have a MCN, multi-channel network. I also, have my link for my PayPal in the description, but I only have that there because, people in the past and present have requested me to put it there just in case they had the urge one day to, just donate me some money, but typically I wouldn't do that. I do have a Patreon account as well, but I'm not putting it in the description because to me, it's not about making money. To me, it's not about, looking forward to making hundreds or thousands of dollars. It's all about the videos I want to make for you guys. And to me, there's a lot of people I think that lose a lot of passion for videos when it comes to money because it eventually turns into a passion to make money. You know, you take PewDiePie, for example, who has upwards of almost 40 million subscribers. Each one of his videos goes viral. You can obviously agree that he has his channel monetized with his MCN. You know, he has, from what I've been hearing, a clothing line, if you will. He has a lot of other things, and he makes millions of dollars. But when you sit here and you make millions of dollars, for example, could you really have true passion for making videos for your subscribers, especially when all of a sudden money is the big picture, you know? And that's, one of the problems that I've always had, you know. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to make money, I think it's perfectly okay, you know. But when it comes to YouTube, there's a very uneven playing field, you know. And to me, it's unfair for a lot of the smaller channels if they want to pursue this type of thing. It creates a big problem, and it's something that I think that is pretty safe to say, that needs to be worked out, basically. I think that it's pretty safe to say that you guys can pretty much guess where I'm going in this next segment, and it's basically about YouTube videos. Did you know Size Gangnam Style actually broke YouTube's algorithm to count how many views a video gets? They had to actually reconstruct the algorithm to count the views because the video was getting so many of them at a very rapid rate. Now, in all actuality, I think that this is rather pathetic because when it comes to educational value, there was absolutely none in that video. So, to be honest with you guys, I don't understand why so many people wanted to view it. Now, there's other videos out there, for example, that absolutely have no educational value, but at the same time, they get millions upon millions of hits. I think that there's no educational value in someone lighting their farts on fire, but yet they get millions of hits. I think that there's no educational value in someone pulling pranks on another individual. You know, I think that there's no educational value on a lot of these things, but they somehow get so many hits. And that's something that I probably will never understand because the one of the main problems that I have is a lot of individuals on YouTube would be able to tell you who Snooki was, but at the same particular point in time, they wouldn't be able to tell you who Neil deGrasse Tyson is. They wouldn't be able to tell you who Stephen Hawking is, basically. And if they can't do that, it really tells me a lot about these people. You know, there's a plethora of educational videos online with science, with debates about religion, etc., etc. But what's sad to me is a lot of these videos don't get a lot of views. It's like a lot of people really don't care about education. A lot of people really don't care about the origins of the universe or so on and so forth, And to me, that is one of the biggest issues that I have with YouTube because it seems to me that a lot of people have their priorities a little screwed up as far as education is concerned and entertainment. And it's something that is eventually going to be a bigger problem. Now, I think that it's pretty safe to say that a lot of these educational videos, debates with religion and whatnot, science, etc., should get a lot more views. They deserve more views than what they actually get. I think that people need to beware of these types of information, because it's going to be valuable for them. But in a lot of ways, I really don't think that a lot of people here on YouTube, the viewers, for example, really don't care about education. All they care about is watching someone light their farts on fire. And to me, that is really pathetic. It really is. Now, the next issue that I'm going to be talking about in this video is something that I am guilty of as well. When it comes to drama on YouTube, whether it's fighting videos or whether it's people fighting in hangouts, I have always been the type to be entertained by them. I don't know why, it's just something that I look forward to watching from time to time. However, I really don't think that there's any real value in that. The reason why I say that there's no value in drama is because of the fact that there are a lot of people out there who are basically going to be turned off by it. You know, a lot of people are really not going to desire to have any kind of contact with certain channels because of the way that they handle drama. And I think that this would be very negative. You know, a lot of people don't want to engage with these YouTube channels and they don't want to watch the videos. They don't want to do anything with the channels. And I think that this is something that is very important to consider, you know, because a lot of people that I have witnessed here on YouTube, you know, start a lot of drama, you know, and this goes all over the place on YouTube, you know, not just in one little corner. You know, and a lot of people are really uncomfortable with drama. You know, I've seen it in numerous comment sections all over the place. They don't really like it. They think that it's negative, and it brings a lot of negative attention to the channel. You know, especially when you have individuals trying to shut other people's channels down, or filing copyright claims, etc., etc. You know, I think that this is something that is bad. It should never happen in the first place. You know, and drama is really only going to ultimately harm a channel more than it does it any good, as far as I'm concerned. And that's just something that I basically wanted to share with you guys, you know, because drama is basically something that is harmful to everyone. It's going to get a lot of people to say things that they don't actually mean. You know, again, a lot of people are really going to lose the desire to keep in contact with certain channels because of drama. You know, they're not going to want to engage with these channels, and a lot of these channels numbers would go down basically, you know, and I think that's something that people need to pay attention to. Now, like I said, I happen to admit that I think that drama is rather attractive from time to time, you know, and there's times when I want to sit here and watch it. But you know that the more that you look at it, is it really an accomplishment for a channel? You know, because all it's doing is causing a lot of trouble between viewers and other YouTube channels. You know, and it's something that is eventually only going to be the destruction of a channel, and it's something that should never happen, basically. And that's basically what I wanted to talk about as far as drama is concerned here on YouTube. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is something that is not only important to me, but I think that it's pretty safe to say that there is a lot of people out there who are going to find this subject very important for them as well. Now, I'm going to talk about features for a minute. You know, I think, a lot of people back in the day were really happy with YouTube because the features on YouTube were able to give them a convenience to communicate with others and to make response videos, etc., etc. But as the years went by, I think, a lot of things became more complicated, and a lot of people were finding it very difficult to communicate with other individuals as far as messages were concerned or as far as video responses were concerned, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that the more that YouTube changes its features or puts new features, I think, the more that people are going to be basically turned off by it, and it is eventually going to turn a lot of people away from YouTube, and the numbers, as far as YouTube is concerned, would rapidly shrink. You know, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be turned off by this, and rightfully so, because a lot of people, like I said earlier, are finding YouTube to be rather complicated. You know, it's something that they do not desire. When back in the day, it was so easy to communicate with other people. You know, you can design your pages the way that you wanted to by putting artwork on the pages. You could do all types of things that you can't do now, and people are upset because of that, and rightfully so. You know, a lot of people had it in their minds that YouTube was basically taking their individuality away from them. You know, and I happen to agree with that because the creation of your channel as far as artwork is concerned is limited, and it's something that is a problem, especially when they want to add other features on here that again make it really difficult to communicate with others. I remember when they first implemented Google Plus. If an individual wasn't going to add Google Plus to the picture, they weren't going to be able to comment on videos, and I think that this was going to be a major, major problem. Now, if an individual didn't link their Google Plus to their channel now, I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't be able to comment on videos. And to me, I think that is one of the main downfalls of YouTube, because a lot of people are obviously going to have a hostile attitude towards this, because again it prevents people from keeping in contact with their content providers and with each other, and that is a big problem. And that's something else that I wanted to share with you, because a lot of these features that they've been adding on lately are really inconvenient for all of us. And I think that in a lot of ways, frustration is being built on this, and rightfully so. People are getting frustrated with these new features, because it seems that YouTube is adding so many different things, when it's completely unnecessary. And I just don't see why people feel the need to fix something that is not broken. Last but not least, I want to talk about something that is a little pet peeve of mine, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are disappointed with this as well. And that's the attitude that a lot of YouTubers have. I think that it's pretty safe to say that there's a lot of people out there who think that they're better than everybody else. They think that what they have to say is the ultimate truth, and that it's not wrong, that it can never be wrong, etc., etc. Now, I take issue with this, and like I said, a lot of people are going to take issue with this as well. And I think having this type of position brings a lot of negative attention towards you. I mean, you have to be able to be open to criticism. You have to be open to change your mind if someone provides the proper information to change your mind. You know, I think that one has to be honest enough, and one has to have a positive attitude with other individuals as far as making videos is concerned, as far as interaction is concerned, etc., etc. But the problem here on YouTube is the fact that there are a lot of people who don't want to engage in these types of things. And a lot of issues depend on the size of the channel as well. There's a lot of people out there that think that because they have a bigger channel than you, they are better than you. And to me, that's just stupidity at its finest. And it's something that I hope would basically stop. But I realize that these types of things are going to continue to exist on YouTube, and I know that there are going to be a lot of people out there who have this attitude that that they're better than others, and that what they have to say is what truth is all about, basically. And I think that an attitude is something that can have the potential of destroying a channel, and can also have the potential to basically, destroy a lot of relationships as far as content providers and subscribers are concerned. I think that a person has to be open to the fact that their subscribers are going to obviously disagree with them from time to time, but with some individuals, that's an impossibility. They have this position where they are the ultimate authority and that they cannot be corrected, basically. And that's an attitude that should never be approached as far as YouTube is concerned. What you want to do is you want to maintain that communication with people who disagree with you. You also want to maintain that communication with people who are subscribed to your channel, so when someone wants to correct you on something, you have to be open to that. Otherwise it's going to devolve into nothing, basically, and you're probably going to end up losing a lot of subscribers. An attitude is something that is really bad for a channel. It really isn't going to develop a channel at all. In fact, the only function that a bad attitude has is basically holding the channel back from further development, and that could be extremely unhealthy as far as your YouTube channel is concerned, as far as the progress of your YouTube channel is concerned, and it's something that is very important. And I think that a lot, of people here on YouTube need to take this a little bit more seriously, because I see this from time to time. There's a lot of people who have a bad attitude towards others, and it's something that is a big, massive turnoff, basically. What we want is an open dialogue. What we want is a dialogue where everybody can basically sit down and have a proper, rational discussion about issues, whether it be in society, religion, science, etc., etc. But when you have someone calling people a fucking idiot for being wrong, that's something that's bad. A lot of people are going to be turned off by that. That type of attitude is something that is a destruction, if you will, and it's going to cause a path of destruction from one channel to the next, from commenters to the next group of commenters, And it's basically a plague that's going to eat away at everything, and nobody's going to be interested in having any kind of conversation at all between each other or other, content providers. And it's going to continue to happen, unfortunately. I think that the best thing that we can do is try to figure out ways that we can have more positive interactions with people, and at the same time be open to criticism, because eventually I think that if people are exposed to that type of behavior, they're going to be motivated to engage with people more. They're going to be motivated to, share ideas, offer their own solutions, to problems that are being discussed. I think that's very important and something that should be considered. I want to take this final moment of this particular video that I'm making today to thank everybody for watching this video. And like I said before, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I would really be interested on seeing what you guys have to say about this particular subject. Please feel free to share this video with anyone that might be interested, whether it be on Facebook, Google+, Tumblr, Reddit, Yahoo, or wherever you guys hang out. So till next time, the Quiet Atheist is out. And remember, if you can't be good, be good at it. Most of all, thank you for watching, and I will see you next video.